Mr. Rufai Oseni over what they described as an insulting interview with the Minister of Works, David Umahi. They accused the journalist of trying to embarrass and undermine Umahi, a former governor of Ebonyi State, who now oversees key federal infrastructure projects. Afia TV correspondent Chijoke Njoko now reports.
The protest followed a heated exchange between Senator Umahi and Mr. Oseni during a Rise TV interview. The minister reportedly asked to be allowed to speak, but Osani's sharp response draws criticism from viewers. Protesters marched through the major street of Abakaliki with placards accusing Oseni of disrespecting the minister. Some of the placards read, Senator Umahi is a competent and trusted in civil engineering. Arise TV and Rufai Oseni must apologize now, and ABC and BOA must act against media misconduct. The group leader Damian Ono expressed disappointment over Umahi's treatment on live television, saying Osani's misconduct was not only disrespectful but also amounted to media ambush.
That young man, Rufai Oseni, had the effrontery in his nerve, the stimulating force, the guts to ask David Umahi to keep quiet. Who gave him told him to keep quiet in the face of the whole world? As if that was not enough, he accused him of reporting him to Mr. President. Who is Rufai, for God's sake? For them, with all the time he's spending from state to state, from local government to local government, all the nooks and crannies of this nation, making sure that those are done according to stipulation. So he will have time to go and be discussing small Rufai with Mr. President. As if that was not enough. Let me understand that. We are gathered here to make a demand. A demand, firstly, that Rufai Oseni of Arise Television and Arise Television as an organization, they are given 24 hours to tender non-reserve apology to our God-given leader. He is a father of the governor of Ebonyi State. Failure to do that, we will step up our demonstration.
I listened to the PDP chieftain, Otumba Shegun Showemi, and I was very displeased with a number of damaging information, that Rufai dished out to the public. Rufai was very wrong when he said that I was struggling to give figures on Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway cost. That is, very disrespectful. What Rufai is asking me to do is to give him cost per kilometer, and that is very unfortunate because he wants to learn engineering from the back door. What Rufai was saying was very inciting, and I think he's very good at doing this, and he should desist from that because it's actionable. Number one, the Section 1, the 30% component of it is, Naira denominated. The 70% is a loan component, and he knows that this loan component was put out to the public, by the developmental bank, the Dutch bank put it out to the public, to financial institution, and he knows that this, subscription, it was oversubscribed by $100 million. Now he took on me again on wing hopes. I'm sure that he had decided not to understand, the truth about it. Send it to, the attorney, Mr. Rufai, so that he can look at it. Minister, has Rufai gone there to see it? Minister, Minister, would you then lastly on this, yes.
I need a right of reply, because it's obvious you came for me today, my very good minister friend. After, hang on a minute, after you went to report me to, you can finish, but after you reported me to President Tinubu, you are on here with me again today, but it's fine. I will respond to you, Minister. Go ahead.
You were putting a... But am I on?
Go ahead, Minister. We can hear you. Go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. Yes. Now, the third one, Rufai became an attorney, darkening counsel without knowledge. She said, oh, there is a case in court. Yes, there were and there are still cases in court. She single-handedly on her own went to Federal High Court and instituted another case. That case is on. Probably that's what Rufai, SAN is quoting. If somebody sues you, Rufai, and says that, you passed, against the traffic, which you did. Sometimes you broke the law, and it does not mean that you are restricted unless the court evidently says so.
So at first, Minister, after you had gone to report me in front of President Tinubu and said all sorts.
You are too small for me to report you to the president.
No, but they are empirical. Minister, let me speak. Minister, let me speak. I have empirical evidence. The world watched it on the commission of the project when you mentioned the questions I asked you to the president. That was reporting me to the president officially. The world watches, so you don't need to dilly-dally about the empirical facts. I don't talk without facts, Minister. You know, when I have my facts, I talk. And I insist on my question when I ask on cost.
Let me address you.
Minister, you will not allow me speak. The problem is you will not allow me speak.
Because you don't know what you are speaking.
But let me speak. You will not. You will not allow me speak. You see, if you can just keep quiet and be calm and just allow me speak, I'll be happy. All right? So my question still persists as regards the cost per kilometer. You cannot tell me that we don't have a right to know the cost per kilometer. Even if it's an undulating landscape, give us all the facts and the details of the cost per kilometer. That's all we'll ask for. Other questions as regards the loans taking. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Listen to me.
Minister, you will not allow me to speak. The minister will not allow me to speak.
No. Don't do that with me.
Minister will not allow me to speak.
I was in your studio.
Minister will not allow me to speak. And when the
first section was on, and I ran the figures. And what you're asking us is 750 kilometers of coastal highway. We should tell you cost per kilometer. So you multiply by 750. That's nonsensical.
No, so tell me the cost per kilometer. There's nothing too hard for you to tell me that figure. You've not still told me that figure, so I was right on that point. The second point...
Because you don't understand anything.
The second point I'm trying to make is
You don't understand anything. I'm a professor in this field.
Okay.
You don't understand anything.
What university gave you professorship in this field?
You cannot ask me to tell you a cost.
What university gave you professorship in engineering? I didn't know you were Professor Umahi, Minister. I didn't know. So, please,
I'm professor in practice. I'm professor in practice.
Okay.
I understand engineering very well.
So secondly,
and you have no knowledge of what you're asking.
If you will let me...
You have no knowledge.
If you will let me ask
So you keep quiet.
Okay.
And then stop,
Minister, it's all right. Keep dignifying yourself and let the world see you for who you are. The other 100 kilometers that you said you've added to it, we would like to know the cost per kilometer of that one. And the Winsome Homes... The case is in court. Now, I would like to know the cost per kilometer for that one. I would like to also know the over 700 billion first tranche of loan you guys got for this project. Has the money been spent? How was the money deployed? I would also like to know. I would also like to know the terms of that loan. All right? How many years? What's the payback period? What's the payback moratorium of that loan? And for the Winsome Homes, isn't it interesting that as somebody that's been a governor in the state, you know the law, a case is in court, and then you're coming to talk about the details of the cases in court. Because you denied that the case was not in court. Now you've already accepted that the case is in court. So is it not just better you thrash it out with the woman that has been reporting a case in public that we all heard, and I ask you questions based on that? So, Minister, just answer the questions. I've got no axe to grind with you. You know that. We've spoken many times. In fact, when your people called to book, I booked them, and I said you should come on air. So please just tell us those information. It's very important, Minister.
I'm not hearing, even though this guy is not... Yes, in certain cases in court, you say, you do no case submission. Rufai does not know what he's talking, and I think he should come to learn, one, how to talk. Number two, Mayo.
You answer the question. How have the loan been spent? What's the cost per kilometer of these new 100 kilometers? How much is it going to cost? And how has the cost been spent?
Right, Minister Umahi, you have the floor now to please respond to the questions that have been posed to you.
Okay. Number one, this guy makes me, it makes me, to laugh, at a very high level of ignorance. I was in Edo State, and I said, listen, the president has directed, 100 kilometers of the coastal highway to pass through Edo State. And this man is asking me how much per kilometer. This 100 kilometers has not been designed. There has not been a soil report on it. And so why are you asking me, is it to name a child or to do a birthday for a child that is still in the belly of, a mother? That's what he said. So, and he's doing it, what is the cost per kilometer? What is the cost per kilometer? Listen, in this kind of project, you are not dealing with a cost per kilometer. You can't say this is an average cost per kilometer. So I'm teaching you English now. You can talk about an average cost per kilometer because every 1 kilometer is different in cost from the other kilometer. So you can talk about cost, average cost per kilometer. Now, Rufai, that project has not been designed. The soil report is not out. That process is ongoing. And when that is done, the ministry will do their own, evaluation. We now go to BPP and ask for selective tendering of the project. And when people have tendered, then we will now evaluate and send back to BPP. BPP will now evaluate and we send back to Federal Executive Council. It is at the end of Federal Executive Council approval that we'll be able to say this project is costing this amount and the average cost is this amount. Did I answer you?
What about the cost per kilometer of the one you have done thus far? Can you also tell us the details of the cost per kilometer and the over 700 billion Dutch bank loan? Can you also tell us more about that? Has that loan been used? What part of that loan have been used? And what are the terms of that loan?
Yes, these are elementary questions. And, it makes no sense. A process is ongoing. Payments is being made, and you are saying, how has this money been utilized? The money is meant for the project, and the money will be paid according to work done. When a certificate is generated, and that certificate, is approved, through a process in Ministry of Works, and then it will be given to the funders, and the funders will come and they will check, is this work done? And if it is done, they will release the foreign component of that loan. That is the process. And if I have to continue to teach Rufai this profession, then there must be payment for it. Because it's darkening council without knowledge.
The cost per kilometer of the work done thus far, Minister Umahi.
All right, Minister.
Cost per kilometer of the work done thus far.
This is elementary. How can you be asking for cost per kilometer in the process of construction? No, Mayo, hold on.
Okay.
Let me explain something to
you. We have
Mayo,
very limited time, so I would like to interject here. When I ask my question, then you can marry all of them together, please. Thank you. And I just wanted to mention.
Explain.
No, you will explain, sir.
This man is usurping your
time. No. That's why I'm coming. I want to ask my question. Thank you so much. There are also questions around existing federal roads in Nigeria and the state of existing federal roads in Nigeria. So some of them have been tagged as death traps, and it would be great to hear your thoughts around the Lokoja, Okene, Okbela, Auchi, Ewu Expressway, for instance, the Ewu Uromi Agbo corridors. So these federal roads beyond the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, what are your plans in terms of maintenance, in terms of fixing, so that we don't lose Nigerians on these roads as a result of the state of them?
Thank you, Mayo. Can you? Yeah, okay.
We can hear you.
This is a very, it's very good question and it's very useful, and it's a question to help the country. Number one, we've been in office about 2 years plus, and every part of this country, the federal road is calling for attention. And the question is, will this road destroyed to this level just within the past 2 years that Mr. President came, in office? Number two, where were all of us, all these years that these roads were damaged to this level? And the man came on board divinely, and he had decided not to construct roads, but to build roads. This section 1 of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, there are a lot of people that want to come and give the whole money that was used in doing the project and take up the project and then toll it. So is it Abuja Kano project that is ongoing, about 725 billion? That project is ongoing, sections 1, 2, and 3. Is it the project Enugu to Onitsha project? It's ongoing. Is it Port Harcourt to Enugu project? It's ongoing. Is it Sokoto to Zamfara to Katsina and Kaduna? It's ongoing. So there is no section
Minister
of the district, but it takes time.
Minister Umahi, yes. Very quickly, thank you so much. Is there a website or any platform that Nigerians can track the progress on roads and also report perhaps some of these, because I recall that recently someone had made a video and you responded quite swiftly. Is there a platform that Nigerians can take pictures, eyewitness reports of bad roads or federal roads, and where they can also track these projects that you're talking about?
Mayo, yes, we have a website, and we have directed, the governors of each state to deploy the state commissioners so that they will monitor what we are doing. And I have directed that in these major projects, we should list out major TV stations that will be able to go and be part of the operation. They will video the operation, they will video the method statement, and then deploy it to social media. So they can go to our website, and so we begin to download the operations to the not only for the public to track the progress of works, but also to enable our young engineers to also learn. Those who may not be able to do the IT on site, they will also be able to learn. So these are ongoing, and we are starting a process that is going to outlive all of us, and that is by building a road that is properly constructed. And you can see it when I said that the coastal road is so beautiful, and that if it's this beautiful, I don't know how the street of heaven would be like. And I expect my friend like Rufai not to defy the law, and so that he will make heaven alongside with us.
Well, on that note,
you've not answered the cost per kilometer question. It's just a shame.
On that note.
Abati, tell this man that cost per kilometer of road that the section completed. There's nothing like that. In the road project construction, you may finish a pavement, you have not done the drainage. You may finish drainage, you have not done the solar light. So there's nothing like cost per kilometer until it is fully finished before you can know. And Rufai, the word is average cost, not cost per kilometer. Average cost. Next time, try and use it.